Chester lost control. Chose took it away. Morton in a hurry the other way. Chose 3-ball. Knocks it down. 10 seconds to shoot. Largy. Morton. Twitty was open. Graves will try it, and he got that one. Paul Graves for a rhythm on offense. Pulling up and scoring. Brandon Twitty, his first points of the night, averaging 16 points per game. Roach, nice crossover that time, and he got 2. He used his speed. Defense that just really has them struggling to score, as their 3 leading scorers are really having a tough time. And there's a 3-ball thrown in for Brandon Twitty. Inside Eisendorf, and can't get it. Good defense that time by Baroa. Morton the other way. Those long strides all the way through, scores. 8 for Morton. Shoot. Roll on gets in a double team, and the steal by Twitty. Brandon Twitty gets the deficit to 13.
There's no more gas in the engine.
Nice steal that time by Roach. Ryan drives and scores. Chose. It's a 3-ball out of the corner. Final score from the Merker Gymnasium. Paula Sullivan Court. Moyne 72 and Stonehill 51.
I did think we played with effort tonight. I thought our kids competed hard today. And that's been something that we've talked a lot about as a group with our guys. We're playing as hard as possible with as much passion and just that tenacity and that refuse to lose mentality for 40 minutes. And I thought we competed. I thought our competition levels and our effort levels were pretty good tonight. And it hasn't been there consistently over the last number of weeks. And that was good to see. We talked about it a lot. If we didn't play hard, we weren't even going to be in the game today. But to be with some of the better teams in the league, and obviously these guys are the best team in the league, especially just their 10-1 record. They're the best statistical and record team in the league. You gotta play hard, and you gotta do the details. You gotta be just locked in with our attention to detail. And I don't think we were fully there with those elements tonight. I thought our communication, especially just guarding a lot of their sets and stuff that they did, we just didn't communicate like we wanted to and were hoping to. But a big part of that goes to Moyne. I think you got to give those guys a lot of credit. That's a really well-coached team, a fantastic team, and just they're so tough defensively. I think those guys they guard you for 40 minutes, and they make everything tough. And they made our life miserable tonight, and they deserve as much credit as possible for the game. They plain and simple, they kicked our butts tonight. And you mentioned it. We early on, then in that first half, the game got away from us early, and against a veteran, experienced, and really tough defensive team who knows what they're supposed to do on both ends of the floor. We dug ourselves too big of a hole early and just couldn't claw ourselves out. And because those guys didn't go away, they didn't stop doing what they were doing at a high level. So that one, you could just right after probably the first 4 or 5 minutes, we were down early, and it just started to slip away and creep away, and it just got away from us. And if you playing against some of the elite teams, even when we were one of the elite team very recently with some of our Elite 8 teams and Final Four teams in recent years, it's the same thing on our end. We were playing just when you play and you're ready to compete for 40 minutes and attention to detail. When the other opponent doesn't do it, you've got the ability to get a stranglehold in that game and start to open it up. And Moyne absolutely did that to us tonight. So a lot of credit to them. Tough one, but hopefully it's something that we can learn from and grow from and get better. Home and away records of play. Obviously, our record is better on the road. Maybe we should. I'm going to go to my boss and ask for more money to go. Maybe we should go stay in a hotel or something the night before games here. And you know what? I don't know. I think to be honest, it comes back to just being locked in and being ready to go wherever you play, on the road, at home, neutral sites. It's just coming back to our leaders making sure that we are ready to go, and our group as a whole just being locked in, focused, and ready to compete, and just do the details for 40 minutes. So we haven't won as many games at home this season. Part of it, we've also had some really good opponents that have come into our gym. not that we've had difficult opponents on the road or not as good teams. We're night in and night out in this league. You just got to be ready to play. You know, wherever you play in the region, outside of the region, especially in this league in the Indy 10, you just got to be ready to play, and you got to be locked in and focused for 40 minutes. We talked in the locker room. We got to have a short-term memory and move on from this one. But I hope from the coaching side that we don't brush this one off and just absolutely forget about it, because I hope we can really learn from this game. And I hope we can learn from a very experienced and older team that plays hard, plays with the details, and does the things, the winning plays for 40 minutes. I hope this is something that our group can see and learn from, and hopefully steal a little bit of what they do and add it to us and add it to who we are as we move forward as a group. You know, but we got to get ready for New Haven here on Saturday. Another really good team, another really tough test for us. Team that runs some similar stuff offensively, but is still very, very tough defensively, physical, some big guys, and they got some really good guards that we got to be ready to play. And as you've seen, as you mentioned with your question, kind of like when we do the things for 40 minutes that go into winning, when we play with effort and we play with our attention to detail, and we communicate at a high level, we move the ball offensively and share it, we're capable of beating almost anyone, you know. And when we don't, we've struggled and we're not that good. So, I mean, there's only one recipe and there's only one method right now to win, and that's to do all those little things and play with passion and emotion for 40 minutes, because when we don't, we don't win. It's just plain and simple right now. When we do, we're good enough to beat a lot of teams.